My name is Mahendra Pagwa and I am from Guyana, South America, and this is my education story. I am the son of two differently able parents, that is both mute and deaf, and this was a contributing factor for me dropping out of high school at the age of 16. The problem started where both of my parents could not pursue any sound education because of their disability and the fact that no schools in the time of Guyana has provided for the differently able, and this stemmed down to me and my sister. But I began working after I dropped out of high school to ensure my sister receives a sound education, and after she finished her high school diploma, I had the desire to go back to high school. But this in itself was a problem for me. Going back to high school as an adult was an issue. After completing my high school diploma, I began pursuing my undergraduate, and through that I began my activism for the differently able and those in the education system. The fact is, I am one of the fortunate ones who have been able to complete high school irrespective of my situation, but there are thousands of young people out there who are facing the same fate but don't have the opportunity to complete a sound education. We must do better. We must act today for young people of tomorrow.
It's because of stories like Mahendra's that we need to transform education. And that's why our action group got together, and we are going to present to you today the priorities that we want discussed at the Transforming Education Summit, and also how we actively involve young people in the summit and meaningfully involve them. So about what we want discussed at the Transforming Education Summit. At first, we want a system of the 21st century. So we need to develop a curricula that is based in values and that equip young people with essential skills for their life. So we need to embrace the digital revolution that is already in place. Also, learn to work in teams, to be proactive, to be empathetic, and think of others first. It's something that nowadays is not taught through the formal education system, rather through the non-formal education system. So it needs to be recognized, to be placed in the legislation of governments for every young children to have the right to this education. And for this to happen, we need strong partnerships. We need every part of our society to come together and support governments in making these systems strong enough to really involve everyone and for them to be inclusive and address the inequalities that we have in education. So it needs to be inclusive for refugees, for rural communities, for young women and children and girls, people with disabilities, people with no economic means, and also indigenous groups. These groups need to be in the discussion of the curricula, in the discussion of the educational systems, and for it to be able to prepare everyone in our communities, everyone in our societies to play an active role in fighting against the climate change that we are seeing, the crisis that we are facing nowadays, as was said here before. So this curriculum needs to be updated to better prepare us for stronger livelihoods. And for all of that to be able to happen, to take place, we need first funding and investment. We need formal and non-formal education to receive funding at all levels, global, regional, national, local. For this way, the young people can meaningfully be involved in shaping this curricula, in shaping these educational systems. And the Transforming Education Summit is one of the places where the young people can be involved. And I will let Alice tell to you how young people can be meaningfully involved.
Thank you so much, Sai. So Action Group actually mapped out different practical opportunities and avenues for ensuring that young people and children are meaningfully engaged in the planning of the summit and at the summit itself and beyond. Allow me to present to you a few opportunities we have for you on ways we could engage young people meaningfully for the Transforming Education Summit coming in September. Young people see a huge opportunity in terms of establishing a children and youth action track to bring together all relevant stakeholders and to connect and coordinate. Secondly, there is a need to strengthen youth leadership and elect youth co-chairs. Thirdly, young people see that we need to actively engage government youth delegates. Fourth, we need to ensure an inclusive, diverse representation with funding to enable youth from less privileged backgrounds. And fifth, we need to trust young people, giving them the opportunity to at least self-select their representative and self-spokespeople. And sixth opportunity that we want to share is there is a huge opportunity in working with children, youth organizations, movements, and network to facilitate the outreach. Next, there is a need in access to information for children and young people, and for the summits, we have to ensure that the communication process is effective, open, and transparent. And of course, there is a huge opportunity of partnering with young people in leading targeted campaigns. There is a huge opportunity in leading targeted campaigns. And of course, young people see that accountability is so crucial. That's why we really want leaders to hear us and implement most of our recommendations in their plans. And of course, want to make sure that young people are being engaged meaningfully at the summit, not necessarily just participating, but being engaged meaningfully. As you can see in summary, we have an important opportunity to ensure that the summit delivers on young people's and children's priorities and demands for the future of education. And for this, we need to ensure that young people are involved in all the planning process till the summit. Our action group is ready, is organized, and we are ready to take action, and we're ready to engage as well. I will leave you with this, a collage of drawings that from our young people. Young people, when we came together, we asked them to respond on how they see the future of education. And when they responded, they came together with that beautiful drawing, and they said that they imagine a future of education, that they see transformation, they see bright future of education, they see accessibility, they see affordability, they see inclusivity, and they see freedom. So it looks promising, right? So now it's not too late to start with that. Let's do it together. Thank you so much.